Shut up and sit down.
Hey, I'm Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And if you enjoy our videos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and of course hit that bell thing. That would be very kind of you indeed. And as usual tonight, we're surprising each other with trailers that we've not yet seen and filming our silly reactions. And tonight it's my turn to be surprised. So what do you have for me?
So tonight this is a bit of a change in kind of pace for the kinds of things we normally cover. We have covered similar ones. This is a documentary movie.
Ooh.
It's coming out in theaters July 23rd, but it's being released on Amazon Prime Video on August 6th, so not too long. But the subject of this documentary is one of our favorite actors ever.
Ooh.
And this person has gone through an incredible career with a lot of twists and turns and has had to overcome some really horrific adversity. And it has had incredible triumphs as well. And I've heard that this documentary is fairly unflinching at looking at some of that stuff, but very sympathetic. And we're both going to cry when we actually watch it.
Oh, no.
I've heard it's a beautiful documentary.
Wow, I have no clue what this is at this point. So we're going to go ahead, watch the trailer right now. If you want to see what we think about it, and if I do blub like a baby, which is my thing, then stick around until the end. But for now,
let's go.
Let's go.
Hi, my name's Val.
I don't do this with every interview I go on. Take you inside my home. I don't.
Oh, wow.
But I'm going to.
My name is Val Kilmer. I'm an actor. I've lived a magical life, and I've captured quite a bit of it.
Push the button!
I was the first guy I knew to own a video camera.
Here we are, filming ourselves.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's really
No
cool.
way!
I have thousands of hours of videotapes and film reels that I've shot throughout my life and career.
Shut the video camera off.
I will keep it on until we're rehearsing.
Oh, damn!
I was recently diagnosed with throat cancer.
Holy crap.
I'm still recovering, and it is difficult to talk and to be understood. But I want to tell my story more than ever.
I spent decades finding my voice
I was a perfectly normal person.
through characters,
I gave you about 4 takes with some different voices.
through movies.
One of the things they buy for all that money, your life for a period of time.
I have behaved poorly.
More wine! More drunk! More women!
I have behaved bravely. Bizarrely to some.
How do you heal a broken heart?
I see myself as a sensitive, intelligent human being, but with the soul of a clown.
Holy crap. Jeez.
It's a story about my life, but it's also not my life.
So we've just watched the heart-wrenching trailer for Val, the story of Val Kilmer's life. So what do you think?
Wow. You know, I had actually been vaguely aware they were making a documentary about Val Kilmer. I just didn't really think it would be this. And I didn't know about his throat cancer. It's weird. Like, I've got a friend who worked with Val Kilmer quite a lot and didn't have a lot of nice things to say about him, I'll be honest. Just felt that he was a bit of a jerk around the set and really, really difficult to work with. But you know what? You hear that about so many really, really gifted actors. Like, people say that about Christian Bale. He's also one of my favorite actors. Not that many people really enjoy working with him, but the art he creates is amazing. So perhaps that's also true of Val Kilmer. And it's not exactly rare to see this kind of tortured artist going through some kind of stuff, which I actually really like it in this documentary, that we don't know necessarily the ups and downs of his life and what he's been through and the challenges he's had, because I would rather hear that told in the documentary than just spoiled. But yeah, it looks fascinating. And it just reminded me, I mean, what a body of work Val Kilmer has donated to the world over the last several decades. And it just made me think, like, what is your favorite Val Kilmer role of all time, would you say?
I would have a tough time picking because I feel like he was my favorite Batman.
No way. Wow.
But the first time I saw him in a role that really jumped out at me was Tombstone.
Yeah.
And I really loved that movie, and mostly just for him, for his character.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Yeah, Doc Holliday in Tombstone, the character where he's playing someone who is literally drinking himself to death and knows it and is just happily going down that path, knowing it's the road to oblivion, and yet is an incredible shooter and I'm your Huckleberry. Like, just everything about that character was so compelling and just he just delivered so well. I loved him in that. Of course, Top Gun as well. I also loved him in the movie Heat, which is such an underrated movie. People should go back and watch that. It's a long movie, but Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer, and Val Kilmer has this like spiky bleach blonde hair and is this kind of psycho character in that. He was great in that. But I've really not seen a lot from him or heard a lot from him. We almost met him 2 years ago at AwesomeCon in Washington, D.C., and he actually bailed at the last minute and didn't turn up, which, again, maybe that's down to his throat cancer or maybe there was something else going on. But I'm actually really intrigued to see this documentary, to see it fill in the gaps of, like, who was the Val Kilmer that we didn't see and what was going on in those periods where we just didn't see him for so long. Yeah, this looks absolutely fascinating to me.
And I think this is something that we haven't necessarily seen before, of someone with such an incredible, wide-ranging career, personal trauma, but that his career spanned so many decades. And at the same time, he was really excited about movies and cameras and always carried a camera on him. One of the things I was reading up about this documentary said that throughout his life, he always had a camera, and if you were hanging out with him, he would stick a camera in your face. That was just something that he liked to do, was just have cameras. So I think we not only get to see his career and all the co-stars that he was with and what it was like hanging out with Val Kilmer, we're going to get to see kind of his family as well, like watch his family grow up. He had a really complicated marriage, an incredibly expensive, traumatic divorce as well, which contributed to his issues. Wow. But you'll notice that it said at the beginning that he isn't currently able to speak very well due to the throat cancer, but the voiceover is done by his son.
I was wondering that. I was thinking the voice sounds like a young Val Kilmer. I wonder if that's his son. Oh my God, fascinating. Well, hey, I could not want to watch this documentary more. And it says something about a documentary when it's being released in theaters as well. That's quite unique.
And we don't have to wait too long because it's coming out July 23rd in
Yes, amazing. Well, hey, so I think you picked well. I'm a big fan of this Val documentary already. Yeah, cannot wait to see it. Well, I guess we are going to have to wait a couple of weeks, but not long to see this, or a couple more weeks after that to see it on Prime. But, of course, you're not going to have to wait very long to see us again, because you know how often we do this?
Every day.
Every damn day, and we are your Huckleberries. So we will see you tomorrow, friends, on the next Dork Trailer Ambush.
Peace out, nerds.
Bye!
Shut up and sit down.